There's zero possibility that you'd actually end up in a worse position that you were in beforehand if you go and try to do the thing that you want. Yes, it probably won't work out the way that you want, but
what if it works? Think about it. Isn't that worth the shot?
I read something that said, if you're going to overthink,
then overthink the positive, overthink the best outcome, overthink how good this life could be, overthink how peaceful it would feel if things slowly, quietly worked out.
It's time to get more aggressive about the life you want. If you want something, you have to go out and get it.
If you can overthink the worst,
why can't you overthink the best? Your perception is vital to everything in your life. This is your feelings, these are your thoughts, that become your actions, then becomes your reality. And if you don't take advantage of this now, you just wasted your life.
My mom told me this: hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. You always have a choice, so choose the better side of it.
Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
The life that you have is the life that you chose. Where you're currently living, what you're currently doing, you chose that.
You can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose the life of service and adventure.
Once you understand that it is both you're accountable, you're responsible, and your fault, then you move the way you need to move.
The great thing that God gives us is our agency to choose. He doesn't force us to do anything. Agency, free will, to choose. Choosing to be successful is choosing to do the things that successful people do.
You have the ability at any given moment to choose to shift your decision-making process and the types of choices that you lean into in order to curate a different direction in the narrative arc of your life story.
Always say, I am responsible. I am responsible. I am unstoppable, and I am responsible for my own life. No excuses, no blaming. Never complain, never explain.
Change your mindset from life is happening to me to life is happening for me. Change from I have to I choose to. Change from I'm behind to I am on my own timeline. Your mindset is either your prison or it becomes your power.
Yeah, don't worry so much. It will all work out.
Relax and don't worry so much. You know, everything works out okay.
Life is going to work out perfectly for you. Everything that's meant for you is going to fall into place. The right people will come into your life.
And all the wrong people are going to leave in your life. You're going to have a beautiful home in your life. You're going to have a great career throughout your life. You're going to be recognized as a hugely successful person. and appreciated for this ability you have to help others. Please don't worry. Your life is going to work out perfectly.
You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet. Keep going.
Better days are coming your way, and you will be okay again. I know it doesn't feel like it right now. I know you've been carrying more than you let people see. And I know some days are heavier than others. But this season isn't the end of your story. You won't always feel stuck, and you won't always feel broken.
Have faith that everything will work out. Not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed, but because you're showing up. You're putting in the work, you're not quitting, and you're strong. You need to realize that everything you want is coming.
If you pay attention to the patterns of your life, you will realize that everything always works out. Everything always takes you to a greater destination. You always grow. And the things that you think that you can't survive, you somehow divinely make it through. That's life. Always remember that.
People are going to laugh at you. You're not going to succeed your first time, so you might as well think about the positives. What if your business does succeed? What if you start meeting the people you've wanted to meet, making the money you want to make, buying the cars that you want? Start thinking about what if it works.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good.
You have to believe it's going to work for you before there's any proof. You have to be the kind of person that says, yes, this will work for me. Yes, I will get through this. And yes, everything is going to come together in the end.
Because you got one life to become everything you've ever wanted, and that change could start today. I think you should be delusional when you're dreaming, and optimistic when you overthink. Don't listen to those who cut the feet of dreams. They'll steal your stardust in hopes you'll shrink.
Even when you don't know how or when, you never stop showing up, you never stop trusting, and you never stop moving. Because having faith means that you believe that it's going to work out before life even gives you proof.
It always works out. Whatever it is, it always works out. And I've just ran with that for years. It always works out no matter what.
If you're already broken, you're a grown-up. The worst thing that happens if it don't work, you go back to where you are. The best thing that happens is, what if it does work?
Because what's the other option? To sit around and believe that it won't? To walk through life expecting the worst? To shrink yourself because it hasn't happened yet? Sometimes you have to carry a level of faith that looks absolutely insane to people who already gave up on themselves.
Often the reason we don't get to where we want to be in life is because we're afraid. If we can learn to tolerate uncertainty and realize that we are capable of difficult and amazing things, all of a sudden the chains that are holding us back fall off. So next time you feel afraid and you hear that what if coming into your mind, I want you to complete that sentence. What if it all works out?
You are on your way to success if you don't give up. Believe in yourself. What if it works? What if it works, man? What if it did work out to your wildest dreams? If you knew you were going to win the lottery, how much differently would you move? If you knew that the business was going to take off and make $1 million, how much differently would you move in your day-to-day? You have to believe so deeply that it's already happened. Everything you want, everything you dream of, already exists if you push harder and get through the doubt and the fear. What if it does work? What if it works out? Quit giving power to the chance of failure. You're a winner. You're meant to win. You are here to win. We are winning now. Keep it up.
The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. Sean Puri says the cynics get to be right and the optimists get to be rich.
You can just assume that everything will work out in your favor. You don't get that job? Good. A better one is coming. Your girlfriend dumped you? Good. She wasn't the one and a better one is coming. When you look at things optimistically, life begins to happen for you and not to you.
We can be in darkness, we can be in difficulty, and we can be in struggle. And the optimist says, look, these are hard times, and I do not know how long we are going to be in these hard times, but what is necessary is for us to come together, work hard, take care of each other, and I am confident that we will get through this and come out of this stronger than we went in.
You can have anything and everything in this life if you are just ignorantly optimistic. If you go about each day, regardless of the uncertainty, the doubt, just knowing that it will work out. I don't know when, I don't know how, what I have to do, but it is going to work out regardless. So why not just believe that it will?
I think you should dream bigger, reach for the moon. If you fall short, you'll land amongst the stars.
I would rather be the person too hopeful than to live my whole life doubting what's possible for me. So yes, I want you to be the person who believes anyway, to be the one who keeps going anyway. to be the one who it happens to anyway. Because in this life, if you do not learn how to hold on to hope when nothing else around you makes sense, you will break.
Don't stress. Your life is going to come together exactly how it should.
I will win, I will win, I will win. When that negative voice pops into your head and tells you that you don't have it in you, that you should give up and go back to your old ways, that you don't have any chance at succeeding, you must tell yourself that you will win, as conviction is one of the greatest powers that you possess.
I will win. I will dream. I will conquer. I promise to get back up. I promise to get back up. When life hits, I will hit back. When life hits, I will hit back. I will not run. I will fight.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had an absolutely phenomenal Tuesday. I know I have, because I'm here with you. And not only am I here with you, but you can hear my voice. And you can also probably see my face. So do me a huge favor. Go ahead and drop them 910s in the chat. If you're live with me on live trading training with yours truly, Mr. KH, do me one more favor too as well. Go ahead and drop a takeaway. Go ahead and drop a takeaway from this audio. Drop a takeaway, drop a takeaway, drop a takeaway. All right? So, in the meantime, in between time, let's get into tonight's session. Super grateful to be here. Just absolutely elated because I get an opportunity to teach, but I also get an opportunity to learn even more as I teach. And you'll learn that once you start learning trading, once you start getting some things right about it, once you start looking at the market, you're going to start seeing some other stuff that adds on to what I'm actually teaching you, okay? So that's why I said your eyes to the market will be even better than mine, because you will be able to see something, right? You'll be able to see something that absolutely is going to be the game changer when it comes to you being an absolutely phenomenal trader. So I'm grateful, excited to be before you guys. Really quickly, let's check out GBP CAD real quick. Let's check out GBP CAD. We called this trade out, I believe it was a day ago or so. And I know you might have saw a message that I threw out there to modify your stop loss. And the modification of the stop loss was because I had my stop loss below this structure right here, but I knew that wasn't a strong enough of a structure for a potential wick to be thrown at my stop loss and then reverse and go the opposite direction, which it's doing right now. So I just wanted to widen just a little bit, and that's exactly what it was, right? That's exactly what it seemed like the market was doing, because it wicked right to that old stop loss, and it turned right around. So I'm extremely grateful because I've seen this happen before. And I said, hey, look, guys, I'm going to widen my stop loss, not because I don't trust my current stop loss. Is that I want to be out of harm's way for the market to wick and then go in my direction, just exactly like how it's doing right now. Because I was looking at this area right here. And I was saying to myself, I said, you know what? This may whip down a little bit and then turn around. And that's exactly what it did. So I wanted to be out of harm's way. And as you can see, that market is heading directly in the direction we want it to, based on the setup that was called out, okay? So right now, I'm not in profit or nothing like that. Clearly, it's right here, as you guys can see. I believe there's some news that's going to come out. Is it Mr. Howell? Is there some GBP news or CAD news? No, I think that's on Thursday. So I'm not bothered by it. London session, traders, market structure. Hey, just go ahead and push that market on up. Give me at least take profit 2. You ain't got to give me take profit 3 yet. least take profit too, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to mosey on up, you feel me? So in the meantime, in between time, man, let's get into tonight's session. I'm in a great deal of gratitude because I want to point out something for you guys. Hold on one second. I want to point out something for you. And I want to point this out because I want you to understand and understand and even overstand, you know, why we're up here, why you're trading. You know, I believe I put out I ain't gonna say it was an assignment or homework assignment, but I asked you guys to write down 5 reasons why you're doing this, right? Why? What's your why? Right? What's your why? And I want to show you something that I need you to incorporate in your why. Okay? So let me pull that up real quick. I probably could get to it faster going this way, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I thought I already had it up though. Do I already have it up? No, I don't. Nope, I don't. All right, it's all good. But I want you to write down 5 reasons why. Okay, you're doing this. 5 reasons why you learned it. Make sure your why, will almost make you cry. Let me put it to you like that. Make sure your why make sure it'll be a why that definitely will make you cry. And the reason why I say that is because emotions is what move us a lot of times, right? Emotions, okay? Emotions is what moves us. So more than likely you want it to be something that'll move you, okay? Let me put my, all right, perfect. So everybody has this document right here, pretty much this spreadsheet, right? And it's called the Compound Excel sheet. Compound Excel sheet. And this Compound Excel sheet gives you the ability, ladies and gentlemen, to control the interest of growth on your own money on a day-to-day basis. We call it multiply money, right? We call it becoming disciplined to being an investor, right? That means when I go into the market, I want to grow my account by a certain percentage, okay? And if that's the case, then I need to know how to do that. And once you have a certain balance, I don't care if it's $50, I don't care if it's $100 in here. You want to have some sort of growth level that is not over leveraging to the amount of money you have in your balance. So let's say, for instance, let's do $100, right? Let's say it was $100. I know. Let's do this right here. I'll just say 3%, okay? 3%, and let's say we had $100 in our account, and we want to grow our account by 3% every single trade, every single day, right? So clearly, it just depends on the move that we're making, what trades you see, how many pips we're looking to catch. And I'll share this with you. If I'm looking to catch 20 pips, then clearly I want to use a 0.02 for my lot size. That represents 20 cents a pip, okay? In this case, you're more than likely to make more than $3, but I'm just want to give you an idea of the action work that you have to do in order to give you the return on your investment that you're looking for, okay? So you got a $100 account. Your goal is to make sure that I'm growing my account by at least 3% every day, every time I take a trade. Why? Because right now my bank only gives me 0.0001% on my account, and I got $5,000 in it. I got $10,000 in that account. I'm not making any money at all, right? Now, if you got a high yield savings account, then that's a different story, right? You're making some bank on your money. But if you have money in your savings account, then your money is just sitting. It's not moving. Currency is designed to be moving. That's why they say savers aren't nothing but delayed spenders, because savings is a delayed version of you about to go into that account and pull it out and go spend it, for some people, right?
But I'm bringing this to your attention because you want to know how you're going to take your life to a different level. You want to know how you can grow $100, $1,000, $5,000 into whatever dollar amount, or more so whatever your goal amount is. Okay, I think everybody should have a goal amount. You know, what is your first goal amount? Is it 6 figures? Is it 50,000? Whatever the case may be, and that'll be based on your balance in your broker account. Okay, so if you just started off you $100, hey, look, we're growing about 3%. We know exactly what lot size to choose every time we take a trade. So if we win the first trade or we win the first day, we come back the next day, right? And we're looking to grow that account by 3% again. 3% again. I think 3% is great, especially if you're able to find a trade every day, right? But even if you're not, just know this compound Excel sheet gives you a blueprint on knowing exactly what numbers your account will be growing to, right? Now, at some point, when you start growing your account, let's say you get to day 30 or trade 30, you taking that account from $100 to $242. Some people will say, hey, look, man, I trust myself to be able to add $1,000 in there or $2,000 in there, or just keep growing it, right? Until we get to trade 60. Now you're up $600. And now maybe perhaps you want to change it from 3% to 5%, right? But whatever that number is, whatever that balance is, the goal is to grow and multiply that money over the course of X amount of trades, right? And that's what this goal sheet, I'm gonna call it a goal sheet. That's what this represents. Now, maybe you start your account off with $1,000. It's different then, right? Clearly, the more you started with, the higher your return will be over the course of time as well, okay? However, if you're just starting out and you want to get your feet wet, develop the patience and consistency in growing a small account to a greater account. Because you got $1,000 and then you're growing about 3% every single day. This is going to be a lot different than growing $100 to $600 in 60 days, right? Or 60 trades. In this case, you'll be growing a $1,000 account to what? Almost $6,000. A little bit different. Numbers is a little bit different, right? However, at this point, you're in 4 figures, you're probably going to boost that up beyond 3%. And that's the beautiful thing about knowing exactly what your goals are. Because you can actually grow your account by, let's say, 5% every trade you take. That changes the whole dynamic. That changes the whole dynamic. You got the same balance, we just growing it by a certain percentage. That means we got a certain lot size. Now you're going from having the potential to go from 1,000 to 18,000. Now, the one thing numbers don't do is lie. When you put this lot size in, it will yield you this return. And it also includes the currency pair that you're trading also, because some currency pairs pay more, some currency pairs pay a little bit under, right? However, the gist of everything is knowing what lot size is going to bring me the amount of income that I'm looking to get, or the daily profit that I'm looking for as it pertains to me growing this account. You're probably wondering, why am I showing you this, right? I'm showing you this because as I'm putting trades out there and they're hitting take profit 1, hitting take profit 2, 3, 4, all these different take profits. As I'm putting out trades, as you're looking for trades, some of you guys are already taking your own trades, you're winning. What is your plan based on whatever you're supposed to be following? Yeah, you might have made 500 a day or 1,000 a day, right, based on the trades you took. But what's the game plan? You know what I'm saying? Because like if you have a disciplined game plan, like how I'm showing you with the compound Excel sheet, then that's something you can track. You can really follow it, right? If you guys have seen from day 1, when I launched Working Toward Freedom, I've called hundreds of trades. We've won hundreds of trades. I don't think we lost anywhere near 100 trades in the last 3 years. I'm going to say that again. I don't think I'm nowhere near losing 100 trades in the last 3 years. I'm going to go back and look. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you can't be in an environment like this, be attached to somebody like myself who understands the market, is winning more trades than losing, and you're not making money in this environment just off of copying and pasting the trades. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said once you know how to put trades in, yes, your demo account is for you to try out trades and things of that nature, get in the habit of seeing if I can identify the strategies, execute them, and things of that nature. Your live account, you allow me and my trades that I call out to make you money while you're learning. That's the whole purpose of this environment, for you to learn and earn at the same time. But it's no rush for you to get in your live account. It's no rush, but I'm just leaving that option open for you, okay? To let you know, hey, look, you can be earning and learning at the same time, okay? But overall, the goal is to learn so you know exactly how to do what it is that I'm doing, okay? Now, let's go peekaboo at these other trades, and then we're going to get more into today's session. So I called out AUD USD, right? And so clearly we're waiting still for that market to push up. We all know AUD USD is a very, 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 very slow moving pair. Some people say, Kev, you're crazy for trading it. And that you're at the level that you're at. You should be only trading, NAS 100, only trading, S&P 500 or, USD, US 30, excuse me. Well, I trade whatever I see the setup on. I'm not biased. I'm not. Beautiful thing is I can trade all of them. Okay? The balance of me teaching and then also getting in a space where I'm looking for setups, sometimes I'll be so heavy with the Forex because I know I have a lot of new students. You see what I'm saying? And so I lean toward that. And I'm not mad at it. You know why? Because when a trade hits take profit, a trade hits takes profit. That means money was made. You see what I'm saying? So we're still waiting for the market to come up here. I found this trade on the daily time frame. Daily time frame, as you can see, I'm looking at this area to be my resistance area, or what we would call my sell zone. Why is that? For so many different reasons. We got a left shoulder over there, right? We got a neckline right here, or what we can kind of look at and call it an M pattern. We can call it whatever we want to call it. We can call it a lifeline. Market goes up, pulls back. Market goes up higher. Large candle close below. We can get that retest. So that's what I'm looking for, okay? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that market to reject in that area. And it's based on me looking at this area right here, this zone right here. It's special. It looks good. Now, that's on the daily, okay? Now, as you can see, that large red candle that was right there, that large red, hey, it ain't real. So that's why I'm looking past that, and I'm looking at this key level right here. This is a very strong key level. It's a very strong key level. Look at this. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Large candle breakout, retest. Push the market higher. Large candle close below. We didn't get that retest, right? So I'm looking for this market to reverse in this area. And what gives me the confidence, remember, what gives me the confidence is me just following my rules. That's it. I'm following the rules based on the head and shoulder pattern, based on the lifeline, right? More so based on this signal candle right here. I'm calling it a signal candle because this is the violation, or this is the breakout, excuse me. This is what put a hole in the floor, right? Where this used to be support. It used to be support when it bounced here, okay? Now, it got taken out. And it hasn't been back there since. So one knock at the door, I should be able to get in and get out. You see what I'm saying? So the confirmations is all in alignment. All I got to do is wait for the what? Wait for the bank to open, right? That's all I'm waiting for, right? So When we hit take profit 1, should we be entering a new trade to hit additional profit levels? That was a great question. My apologies. I'm not always looking in the chat because I'm focused up here. So, what you do is, so like for example, we may have some potential trades that hit take profit 1 or take profit 2, or we may have some trades that activate. Because we're not going to be able to manage the trade if we're asleep, I always suggest that you put in the first take profit, because you're not going to be able to manage it in your sleep. Let's say, for instance, the market comes to take profit 1, take profit 2, and then it finds support. Let me give you an example. I'm going to show you right here. Let me give you an example. So, watch this. Let's go back to GBP CAD real quick. So, GBP CAD. All right, perfect. All right, this is on the 4-hour time frame. I want you to see this. We're already in this trade. Okay? It's right there at the entry price. All right? It's right there at the entry price. Now, if you look, I want you to see something. Because I'm not oblivious of this, and I'm looking at this on the 4-hour time frame. Okay? Market goes down, pulls back. Market goes down lower. All right? Watch this. So, anytime the market goes down and it pulls back, it gives me what? It gives me an inverted left shoulder and a neckline. When the market pushed down lower, this is what is known as a starting point, right? So this starting point is also showing us that this is a small green candle and this is also a large red candle. What type of candle is that? What type of structured candle is these two candles producing? You probably already know, right? I'm going to let you answer it in the chat. So I know as this market is coming back up, this market actually can reject right here. And that's probably what it does first. So the market may say, hey, look, Kev, I'm coming up. But I'm going to come right here and I'm going to reject. So it may get a little past take profit 1. It may get close to take profit 2. But immediately it may not go to take profit 2 or take profit 3 just yet. Why? Because I'm looking at structure, right? So if I'm going to sleep tonight, what take profit do you think I'm going to put in? Do you think I'm going to keep take profit 3 in, take profit 2 in, or do I'm going to just go ahead and put maybe perhaps take profit 1 and maybe somewhere in this area? Maybe I may say I'm going to put in 85.97, 1.8597. What you guys think I'm going to put in? Because I'm like, I mean, this is a breakout, right? Large candle closed below a support area, right? Even though this is on the 4-hour. Even though if I go to the daily, watch this. Let me show you. Perfect. Even though if I go to the daily, the next true level of daily resistance, is all the way up here, right? All the way up here, okay? All the way up here, which means I need some news to give me an excuse to push this market all the way back up, right? So I say that because I have to look at what the market is giving me right now. So because I know on the 4-hour time frame, this structure, I'm not going to call it a structure issue. I'm just going to say that the market closed below a support area, right? Or a large candle left here. We probably get this first before it goes up here to this starting point. Because in all actuality, this is really that resistance. But this is also a catch-22. Because this is resistance as it's coming back the first time. But also this is resistance because this is a bullish engulfing. Excuse me, a bearish engulfing. You feel me? So if I'm going to sleep tonight, I'm going to adapt. I'm going to say, you know what, man? This market should come here. It may reject here where I'm sleeping. I'm going to get a sleeping bag. Because this market can go up here, boom, come back here, and then go up. I mean, clearly it can do all that. But I'm trading right now what I see based on what this structure has given me. This is how decisions change, right? We go from, oh my God, we got this large move. Although this large move more than likely will still take place, it's just a matter of time. But I'm going after what I'm looking for right now. Because if I'm going to sleep, then that means the only thing that can close my trade out is the take profit that I actually choose. So I know I'll probably get a rejection in this area, okay? So I'm going to take this market up around this area, all right? I'm going to take it around this area. Maybe I'll get out at 1.85962. Now, if the market doesn't get to that by the time I wake up, then, hey, you know, then I can watch it. I can manage it, right? Maybe perhaps before I go to bed, the market may come here to take profit 1. And if it does, then what I can do is I can now move my stop loss into profit, right? Because I have take profit 2 or 3 in right now. But before I go to bed, depending on where this market is at the time, I may be able to move my stop loss and profit. Always remember, especially when it comes to GBP CAD trades, with regular Forex pairs, I do at least 10 to 12 pips, and then I move my stop loss to my entry price. With GBP CAD trades, pairs, stuff like that, I like to do 20 pips. But for GBP CAD, it doesn't seem like it's super volatile. So, yeah, you can still do 12. I would do 12. Once the market get at 12 pips, move it to your entry price. Now you got a risk-free trade. You can't lose at all. Only thing you can do is break even or it hits your targets. That's the philosophy that I live by, right? So when we're asleep a lot of times, guys, we can't manage the trade as if we were up. That's the beautiful thing about catching the sleeping bag, is that we can put a take profit in, and, you know, because I see that this is more likely going to be a rejection in this area, why am I going to keep take profit 3 in, watch that market come up here, and then I wake up and it came all the way back down here, maybe. Now I got to wait for it to come all the way back up here. Not saying that I'm not into waiting, but I'm like, why take money off the table when I can catch that and maybe perhaps find an opportunity to get back in this same trade once structure start changing. You feel me? Because let's say, for instance, the market did this, right? I'm going to show you something. Let's say, for instance, the market did this, rejected here, came back here, gave us the double bottom, came here, closed above. We can get back in, round, take profit 2 or whatever, and then we can still take it up to the next level. We can still get back in this trade multiple times, just as long as the structure gives us what we need in order to, all right, perfect, there we go. In order to get back in the trade. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, as the market's moving, even though you call a trade, as the market's moving, you got to look at what the market is giving. You know, and overall, listen, I told you, this is the overall move right here. It 100% is. However, if I'm going to sleep, I can catch that bag, because I know I should get a rejection here or here for sure, right? So my take profit 2, I'm looking at like, oh, we can probably, I can put my own take profit up there. This don't mean you have to take all of my take profits, right? I'm giving you game right now because I'm saying, hey, look, we probably get a rejection in this area. So my take profit 2, or the take profit I'm gonna go to sleep on, is 185,970, right? I changed it. I'm the decision maker in this case. It's probably gonna hit that while we sleep because it's 9:30. By the time you wake up, it's maybe 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 7, depending on, you know, what time you get up. But more than likely, once the London session comes, it's gonna smash that. You know what I mean? I didn't see any news coming out to really say, hey, like, I'm gonna push this to the moon, but, you know, I know market structure. So the market should just kind of, you know, follow what it's supposed to follow, which is market structure in this case. You feel me? So me looking at this, I'm saying, all right, this is going to play around here for a while, and it probably take off once everybody get in the market. Because the buyers right now we're like, bro, we in control still. Buyers are like, yeah, we still holding. right? I want to see them buyers come in even more and they say, hey, look, we're going to take a position and then push this market up. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sharing this with you so you will have the insight on knowing what to do when things tend to change. You see what I'm saying? Because as this market came down, it gave you a pullback, and then it came down. See, if this market would have just been coming right down, then I could leave this open. I could say, you know what? Listen, I'm going to put in take profit 4 because there's no structure here of a breakout or anything like that to give me an indication that I can't. Once this market came down, pulled back, and now went lower, I have to consider that this area right here is a structural breakout, because this would be a what? Inverted left shoulder. Large candle breakout, right? However, now this could be creating in this specific area a potential head, right? And I know if the market, right, let's say if it's the market push up here and it closed above this structure right here, this bullish engulfer. Let's say if it's the market that did that. This is how you know you can get back in the trade if the trade hits your take profit. We get a large candle close above here, wait for the retest and just get in again. And maybe you can take it from here to take profit 4 because that early resistance. Maybe you say, Kev, I'm just going to get in here, right, and take it to here. That's about 30 pips. I'm in and out like a robbery. Why? Because it's giving me the lifeline setup. Y'all feel me? So even though sometimes you may get out at certain areas, that doesn't mean for this trade is not still valid. It's still valid. It's just you got to find the setup within this to be able to get back in it. That's all it is. And sometimes you may drop you may drop down to the 1 hour. In this case, I don't have to drop down to the 1 hour because right now I'm just looking for the market to give me that movement right there to start moving on up like George and Weezy. Okay, but the goal is for me to make money, and even if it's 10 pips or whether it's 20 pips, the name of the game is I'm trying to grow my account by a certain percentage every time I trade, right? And if I'm going to sleep and I want to catch that sleeping bag, in this sense, I have to be cognizant of this area right here, right? I got to be cognizant of this area right here, me knowing what this is. So I say, you know what? This market come up here, boom. Probably going to reject. If it doesn't, then I know it's probably going to reject here. There's no news to say, hey, look, I'm going to produce a candle like this. There's no news, right? Not saying that there has to be news, but y'all look at this. This is a 4-hour candle. That was a nicer piece of change that came into the market and pushed that market down. Right? And then it found support here, and now we got that market slowly but surely going to the upside. Okay? So I wanted to make sure I explained that to you. If you have any questions, drop your questions in the chat as it pertains to what I just shared with you. So that was a great question, Iris. It was a great question. Always at night, man, I'm looking to take profit 1, take profit 2, or if I see anything that's a structural problem that I know more than likely will find resistance versus me looking to take profit 5, then I'm catching that, you know what I'm saying? I'm catching that money right there as I'm sleeping. I'm gonna catch a sleeping bag, okay? We also have, what was it, GBP, JPY that I called? Is that what it was? Yeah. Still waiting. Look, still waiting patiently. Like I got all 3 of these trades in. All 3 of them. Waiting patiently. Right? Now, is there any JPY news? Right? It's GBP news at 10:25 tomorrow, but it's no JPY news. So I have to wait for the market to, do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to wait. But that zone right there is golden. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. It's golden. You feel me? It's golden, man. Living your life like it's golden. Living your life like it's golden. And so I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait because I know when it gets there, when it comes time, we're going to be able to get paid. This is another example of structure, right? Of structure. This is another example. When this market come here, based on that area of support, it may just take profit too and may turn around. You see what I'm saying? So in this case, we get here, we sell, we get out 39 pips. I'm not mad. Let's grab the bag and run. Although I want it to come all the way down here, but we have some different structure issues going on here. Well, not issues, but we got some structural. And now, even now, right, this market may need news to push it up. I needed to see that. Okay, look at this. Look at that. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. Market goes up, pulls back, market goes up, double tops, large candle close below, wait for the retest, push you down. So this may come down first. It may come here, then push up or something like that. Or it may just come here and then push up. It could do whatever it wants. It can. Right now, it's not moving like that. Market ain't moving like I want it to move, but I'm going to be patient. How many of you guys know on the call tonight that patience pays? Right? So I got potential setups. That's all this is potential setups. I'm not rushing them, although I want to see them come and give me some love. But that's not what it's doing right now. Okay? So let's go look at Euro GBP real quick. I want to see something. I want to see Euro GBP real quick. This was a trade I'm still waiting for that just went the total opposite direction. Okay, so as it's gone the total opposite direction, clearly what I can do is I can start looking at it from a different perspective, right? And maybe we can catch this market going up, right? So I'm going to start here. Market goes down, pulls back. Market goes down lower. It comes back in the same area. Market goes down lower. If we can get a large candle that closes above, wait for the retest, start pushing the market up, right? So that's when I start looking at the market different. But I got another potential setup. I'm just waiting, right? Huge wick in here. This zone looks very special. Looks very special. I'm just waiting patiently. This is Euro GBP, waiting patiently. Potential 30, 35, 40 pip move. I'm just waiting. I'm not rushing out. We got GBP active. All right, let's keep going real quick though. Let me go look at Nas 100 real quick again. Looked at that earlier. I'm gonna let that think real quick so it can bring me back to that page, because I'm trying to get it on the same exact broker. So I'm gonna let it keep spinning, because it is going to spin until it goes to the page that I need it to. So let me look at Nas 100 real quick. Confidence and execution. That's the name of the game, and also patience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that you've heard me say, and a lot of the things that you heard some of these videos say about patient and being patient and stuff like that, is really real. Like, I used to feel like I wasn't doing something because I wasn't trading, because I wasn't putting in a button. It's like I had a responsibility to send out signals to hundreds of people who were taking them. And the beautiful thing is that I only traded what I saw. And because I only traded what I saw, it made me not try to overtrade. Because anytime I did try to overtrade, that's when I took a loss. There were many weeks I would go 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. I would call another trade after being 6-0. Why am I calling another trade? Overtrading. And then that'll be the one trade that I lose.
that'll take back a lot of the profit from their week. I don't do that anymore. All right, come on now. Last time you did it for me. Let's see. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right, let's go to Nas 100. There we go. Yeah, it's still not moving as much. Still climbing. I was looking at this level where it could come back to and all that. This is the highest point. I said the only way you're gonna get in this is that you got to find a structure that, because it's in an uptrend. You have to drop to a really low time frame and start looking at some sort of structure that or pattern that gives you the ability to buy the market. Right now, 5. Look, even the 5. We're going to the 5. Right, so there's nothing to force here. You feel me? There's nothing to force here, and you shouldn't force it. We already know it's in an uptrend, right? We already know it broke out. You know what I'm saying? It came back here, pushed up, and it's in the clouds right now. And it's nothing we can do right now. A lot of the whatchacoms are doing that. SPX doing the same exact thing. All of them are doing the same thing. I've been looking at these for the last few days, and I'm like, you're just not gonna give us an opportunity to get in. This is when I need my scalpers to come in and jump in my head, jump in my body. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at gold real quick. I haven't looked at gold. The dollar, man, before I do anything, I'm disrespectful. I gotta say I haven't looked at the dollar at all this week. Or did I? I don't think I did. I ain't look at the dollar at all to determine where she was headed. Well, clearly I knew I was looking for her to come here and then reject. Yeah, she right there too, but she not moving. Not moving like talking about. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told you guys it was not this week, it was last week. This so-called extended M pattern. I was like, I'm looking for the dollar to come back here and reject. But now the dollar for the last days is just going sideways. It's just going sideways. It's not really moving. That's why things aren't really moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening right now. Not a lot of sideways motion. A lot of side, even when I'm dropping down to the 1 hour, we got some slippage or what we call a gap here, a so-called gap. It's not a gap when you go to the line chart, is it? Nope. Not at all. Just remember that. Okay, but the dollar just has not just been moving. So this is where your expert trader is saying, hey, look, this probably gonna be one of them weeks that you don't even need to trade because you ain't gonna really find that much movement. You know what I'm saying? It might not just be a day. It may be a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Where you may not find a trade or you may not find good setups and you just sit on your hand. But take this time out to do something that I was going to talk about tonight. I'm going to wait to talk about it, dog. We'll bring it up on Monday. And that is back testing. But in this case, just for you, identifying patterns on the charts. If the market's not giving it to you right now, back test. See if you can find a head and shoulder pattern in the past. You know what I'm saying? See if you can find a lot of head and shoulder patterns in the past. Inverted head and shoulder patterns in the past. M patterns, you know what I'm saying? Take that time to do that because right now you can't force nothing, right? I'm to the point now I'm ready to go because I'm like, I've been looking for stuff all day. I know, and I found 3 potential setups and it's like 1 activated, perfect. That might be the one that we get. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at Bitcoin. I was kicking myself with Bitcoin because let's go here real quick. I was kicking myself on Bitcoin because I've been waiting for that market to come back in here. And that's exactly what it did. This thing been taking all day to come in here and sell. Why? Because of this neckline right here. Right? That's what I was waiting for, man. I'm not mad that I missed it. It's just one of those situations. I'm like, this is what we gonna get. Boom.
come back here, and then we probably get that takeoff, right? Because we got like a W forming right here. Market goes down, pulls back. Market goes down lower. Boom. Market closes above. You know what I'm saying? Large candle closes above. That's a weekly candle. Weekly candle. Let's look at it. There you go. You see it like I said. Don't that look like a W right there? So when that market sells, right, from this zone that I said it was going to sell from, it may come back right here, retest, and then push up. Now it could push back up in here and play around, but it may push up higher. We don't know yet. Okay? We don't know. But what I'm sharing with you is everything you're being taught, it works. Look, I know y'all probably like, we know it does, Kev. But that's what I was waiting for. You see that? That market fulfilled that gap right there. And then it came right back down. Look at that. You could have just took that. This on the weekly. Bam. That's crazy. Going from 82,000 to 74? Guys, that's 8,506 pips on Bitcoin. I can't make this stuff up. I can't. I ain't gonna try to make it up. I'd be lying to you if I did. If I say I made it up. But I didn't. Alright, let me see something real quick. Oil been looking crazy. Everything been looking crazy this week. Only thing ain't looking that crazy is the one trade that we in right now. That's GBP CAD. And that's playing around. But I ain't gonna say it's playing around, but that one taking all day. Because ain't no so-called news to be the excuse to do what we needed to do. So it's just following structure. Following structure. Alright? So with that being said, guys, do me a big favor. Sit on your hands. Take this time to study the information. Take this time to study the recordings. Take this time to go back through the academy if you need to understand language. Right? There's a compound Excel sheet video up there inside of the academy. Go look at that again. Look at everything over and over and over and over again, and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. Okay. All right. So with that being said, man, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the homeroom call, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Peace.